As this bucket list gets closer to the top 10, the cars are going to become bolder, louder, and more mythic. These 5 machines represent the peak of style and personality. Ranked 15 through 11, they embrace the raw emotion and unmistakable swagger that defines vintage greatness. Now, by the late 1960s and early 1970s, the golden age of performance had reached full stride. Manufacturers were no longer experimenting, they were declaring identities. Horsepower numbers climbed, styling grew more aggressive, and each brand fought to define what performance meant on the street and track. The cars ranked 15 through 11 reflect that confidence. They were not shy machines. Each embraced a clear philosophy, whether it was affordability, brute force, racing influence, or visual drama. Some leaned into humor and branding, others into elegance and motorsport credibility. Their most sought-after years represent the moments where the stars aligned and everything was perfect. Engineering, design, and cultural impact collided, creating cars that felt complete the moment they rolled onto the street. This section of the bucket list moves from playful muscle to serious performance icons, setting the stage for the legends still to come. Number 15, the Plymouth Roadrunner, 1969 to 1971. Now, the Plymouth Roadrunner, especially these years, represents muscle cars that were stripped to their essence. It was never about luxury or subtlety. It was about speed, sound, and affordability, delivered with unapologetic personality. Plymouth embraced cartoon branding, but beneath the humor lived serious performance. The Roadrunner's genius was simplicity. Buyers paid for engines, not extras. Big displacement V8s delivered brutal, straight-line performance, while minimal trim kept the weight and the cost down. The car felt honest. It did exactly what it promised and nothing more. That clarity remained central to its massive appeal. Styling reinforced that attitude. Bold graphics, aggressive stances, and unmistakable presence announced intent immediately. Interiors were basic but functional, reinforcing the idea that driving mattered more than comfort. The Roadrunner was built for the street, not for the showroom. Behind the wheel, the Roadrunner feels raw. Acceleration is immediate. Traction feels optional, and the soundtrack dominates the experience. It rewards commitment and confidence rather than finesse. That engagement created loyalty among drivers who valued sensation over refinement. The Roadrunner earns bucket list status by embodying muscle-era philosophy at its purest. It proves that performance does not need polish to be memorable. Its most desirable years captured a moment when manufacturers trusted drivers to handle excess without apology. Number 14, the Ford Torino Cobra, 1969 to 70. Now, the Ford Torino Cobra, especially these years, occupies that space where drag strip dominance meets motorsport credibility. Built during Ford's aggressive performance push, the Cobra variant elevated the Torino from a family intermediate to a serious contender. Its reputation was forged through both street performance and racing influence. Under the hood, powerful engine options transformed the Torino Cobra into a formidable machine. Acceleration was strong, but what set it apart was stability at speed. Chassis tuning and aerodynamic consideration reflected lessons learned from competition. The car felt planted, purposeful, and confident. Styling mirrored its intent. Long hoods, fastback rooflines, bold grills created a presence that suggested motion even when it was standing still. The Torino Cobra did not rely on gimmicks. It communicated seriousness through proportion and stance. Driving a Torino Cobra reveals composure. It feels larger than some rivals, yet more controlled. Power delivery is smooth but relentless, making highway runs and straight-line blasts equally satisfying. The car rewards measured inputs and delivers confidence rather than chaos. The Torino Cobra earns its place on this bucket list by bridging those worlds. It connected everyday performance with professional racing identity. Its most sought-after years represent a brief moment when Ford successfully translated competition lessons into a street machine that felt authentic, capable, and unmistakably purposeful. Number 13, the Jaguar E-Type, 61 to 67. The Jaguar E-Type, particularly early Series 1 models produced from 61 to 67, stands apart from most vintage performance cars. It wasn't built to intimidate, it was built to captivate. From the moment it debuted, the E-Type redefined expectations of design, performance, and elegance. Its proportions remain legendary. Long bonnet, low roofline, flowing curves create a silhouette often described as timeless. The E-Type feels sculpted rather than assembled, with every line serving both form and function. That aesthetic purity continues to command reverence decades later. Performance matched appearance. Independent rear suspension, advanced aerodynamics, and powerful inline-six engines delivered speed with refinement. The E-Type felt light, responsive, and composed, particularly for its era. It rewarded smooth driving and punished aggression, encouraging a more deliberate connection between the car and the driver. Ownership experience reinforces its identity. The E-Type demands care and respect. It's not forgiving, but it is deeply rewarding. Driving one feels ceremonial, as if participating in a tradition rather than merely operating a machine. The E-Type earns bucket list status by transcending categories. It is simultaneously a sports car, a design icon, and a cultural statement. Its most desirable years represent a moment when beauty and performance reached a rare equilibrium. Number 12. The Chevy Nova SS, 1968 to 1972. Chevy Nova, particularly these years, embodies muscle car accessibility at its best. Compact, lightweight, and endlessly adaptable, the Nova proved that performance did not require excess size or ornamentation. It became a favorite among drivers who valued potential over polish. Now, what defined the Nova SS was flexibility. From factory configurations to aftermarket modification, it welcomed experimentation. Big block swaps, suspension upgrades, and performance tweaks turned Novas into personal statements. That adaptability made it a cornerstone of grassroots performance culture. Styling was intentionally restrained. Clean lines and simple proportions allowed the car's stance and sound to speak louder than graphics. It looked unassuming, which only amplified its performance credibility once driven hard. The Nova excelled as both sleeper and showpiece, depending on owner intent. Now, behind the wheel, the Nova SS feels eager. Quick steering, responsive throttle, and balanced proportions create an engaging experience. It invites modification without losing character. Each change enhances rather than erases its identity. The Nova SS earns the bucket list position it has through participation. It was driven, raced, rebuilt, and reimagined more than preserved. That living history keeps it relevant. Its most sought-after years represent the ideal balance between factory performance and unlimited potential. And finally, number 11, the Dodge Challenger, first generation 1970 to 1971. The first generation Dodge Challenger represents the peak of wide-body muscle car excess. Designed without compromise, it prioritized presence, power, and authority. Everything about the Challenger feels less deliberate and dramatic. Its proportions set it apart, wider, longer, and more imposing than many competitors. The Challenger commanded attention instantly. Styling emphasized width and aggression, reinforcing its identity as a top-tier performance machine. It did not attempt subtlety, it embraced dominance. Engine options elevated the legend. High-performance V8s, including legendary Hemi configurations, transformed the Challenger into a brute force icon. Acceleration was ferocious, to say the least, and the experience demanded respect. This was not a car for timid inputs or cautious ambition. Driving a Challenger delivers weight and force. It feels planted, yet demanding, rewarding commitment over finesse. The experience is immersive and physical, emphasizing power delivery and presence. The Challenger absolutely owns its bucket list ranking by representing muscle cars at their most unapologetic. Its most desirable years capture a moment when size, sound, and spectacle align perfectly. Few cars so completely embody the spirit of excess that defined that entire era. To sum it up, from cartoon-branded brutality to sculpted elegance and wide-body dominance, these 5 cars define muscle and performance at their most expressive. These are ranked 15 through 11, and they represent confidence without restraint. Each earned its place by committing fully to its identity, leaving behind machines that still demand attention today. Well, that's it for today's episode. I enjoyed this one more than I expected to, because there's a couple cars on the list that they might not have been my favorite, but the more research and more stuff that I looked into, yeah, every one of these cars I would drive in a heartbeat. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share the channel, sign up to help support the channel. And always, take care, have yourself a great day.